I just wanted to firstly say thank you to OWNA. This is a huge experience for us. We've never participated in anything like this before, and it's a real honor. I've met Kian back when his children did GrowFit, and that was before I had children. Now, he had about less than 100 centers, and we had coffee, and his kids were doing GrowFit. And like he was like, yeah, we're gonna pick up like 100 centers a year or something, and I'm like, cool, I'm gonna get like one a term, and we'll grow. So anyway, look, I've got about 100 centers. He's got about 3,000 centers. We train 3,000 kids a week, so it's pretty close, pretty close. It is, and we have. Can you make sure this here doesn't keep turning off? It's being. I mean, it looks beautiful, but it's not what we're talking about. Yes, so yeah, massive honor to be part of this, and it's a huge team support. I mean, I started GrowFit back when I was 25 and bleached blonde hair and had no idea what I was doing. I met my wife, who's an ECT, who made it all actually make sense, and then we've managed to build this incredible group of personal trainers and exercise physiologists and early childhood educators and teachers who've come together, and now we perform 180 classes a week in early learning centres across New South Wales, and it's a real privilege because it's all about the kids. You know, it's all about the children. That's where it comes down to. We need to make movement part of every single day, and you don't need any special skills to do it. You already have the skills. So today we're just going to look a bit differently and tweak some of the skills you might already have. Now, OWNA, we do go back. There's the OWNA mascot there on Sunrise. And this is my eldest son's about to run in and save the day here. That's Frank. So I feel like later on today we could probably maybe rematch that mascot's looking a little stationless at the moment, but give it time. Anyway, a bit of fun. Got to love a bit of publicity. Thanks, Sam Mack. Love it. All right, so in your chair, firstly, let's get started. So this is my beautiful daughter, Edie. Movement is a child's first teacher. Before we can talk, before we can write, we problem solve, and we move. Movement wires the brain for our future, and learning is the foundation of attention, memory, and even language. So it's quite important. Movement is quite important, and so taking risks, all that jazz is very important, and we're all for it at GrowFit. Now, in that token of thinking differently, as you can probably see, there's a paper aeroplane in front of you. This is what it will look like at the end. Oh, this is a green one, not a yellow. You've got a yellow. Don't worry, it won't change color. I've got 5 questions for you to fill out. I mean, you could fill out while I'm talking because I've got lots to talk about. So we're gonna need. Firstly, you don't want to lose your airplane, so you're gonna have to write your name on it. I want you to think about in 3 words what you wanted to be when you grew up, why you chose early childhood, what do you do for fun, and what did you want to get out of today? So just 5 little things. And I want you to do it, though, with your left hand if you're right-handed and your right hand if you're left-handed. Sorry, there's a little caveat there. Because there's a metaphor behind it. Don't worry, we love metaphors. Sometimes the best way to grow is to do something you already know how to do just a little bit differently. So when we switch our hands, we shift the view and we light up new pathways in the brain. As early childhood experts, we already know how to nurture and develop. Today, we're simply turning on this lens of a new superpower that is movement. Fresh perspective. You can write on the side. I've got little things there. And then, oh, sorry, go back. Didn't you remember it? Okay. 3 words. What do you want to be when you grow up? Why did you get into early learning? What do you do for fun? And what did you want to get out of today? Oh, and don't forget your name, because in the paper airplane competition, if you don't have a name on it, how are you going to win? And there is a prize.
Are we competing?
I always compete. Life is a competition. All right, are you there yet? I'm going to keep going. You guys can keep going, because we're going to give you a minute to fold your airplanes after this as well. Okay, the questions were, what's your name? What do you want to be when you grow up? Why did you choose early childhood? What do you do for fun? And what did you want to get out of today, besides a day away from the kids? Yes. Show of balls, how many educators that are on the floor here? How many educators on the floor? I said balls. Who's listening? One listening. I'm just teasing. All right. What about management? Who's management? Where's our managers? Oh, yes. Very good. Very important. And what about sports staff? Any chefs? No, chefs never make it to these, do they? It's a shame. All right. Now, I'm going to give you 1 minute to start folding your airplanes. I don't really mind where you're up to with your questions. We have to press on. Creativity seems to emerge from multiple experiences, including a sense of well-being and a sense of being able to reinvent. So I feel free to break the boundaries on the paper airplane. The one that, if you follow the instructions, it will make an excellent airplane. I guarantee you, it will make a very good airplane. But feel free to break the boundaries and try something different. The clock is timing. And I will be giving this presentation as a video on our YouTube channel, so you'll be able to get all the pretty pictures and things that we've done. Yeah. Last question? Question 5. What do you do for fun? What was the other one? What did you want to get out of today? I remember that. Some memory. Let's ask ChatGPT to help us memory it. All right. We're going to keep rolling through it. Don't worry. You can make paper planes and talk. I won't be offended. Okay. We're going to do the triangle test. Okay. Because everyone knows what left hand, right hand they are. But do they know what eye dominant they are? Because it really helps when you're catching to know which is your main eye. So it's a simple test. You put your hands out in front, make a little diamond or a spy window, and stare at the Grow Fit ball. Product placement, thank you very much. And stare with both eyes open, and you should be able to see the ball. Now close one eye, and then you won't be able to see the ball, and one you will be able to see the ball. So the one that you obviously will be able to see the ball is your dominant eye. So if you are looking at the ball and you can see it with both eyes, then close your right eye. Your left eye can see it, your left eye dominant. If you close your right eye and your right eye can see it, you are right eye dominant. Fun one for the kids, super simple, super easy. And then I've got a quick exercise to strengthen it. You can stare at your finger and then stare at something far away. Great little minute exercise to strengthen the eye. How'd you go? Guessing. There you go. All right, so to enter in the hoop to hoop hoop hoop, hey hey, paper plane challenge later on today, you need to complete these questions and answer them at this QR code. All right, can you go around? There's at the table, and I've printed off 2 of these pages, and we can pass it around and they can scan those. The questions you don't have to remember either. I've put them onto the page, so don't worry about that. But it is, can you fly your plane to the roof and then catch it? I'm a little concerned about these lights, chandeliers, but I think we'll be okay, and I might get invited back. Oh, computer's out again. Come on, guys. All right. So, the questions are, can you fly to the roof and catch it? How many seats away can you throw your aeroplane? How many hoops can you fly through? We're going to have some hoops. Hoop, hoop. That's why it's the hoop, hoop, hey, hey. Yeah, anyway. How many loops can your aeroplane do? Can you make it do loops? You got to tear off the back and make little loops. And then lastly, can you make it do a boomerang? Ooh, a little horseshoe. All right, so and then what's that's going to do, it's going to come up with, there's a leaderboard. Once you fill all this out on here, there's a leaderboard, and there'll be prizes. Real prizes. Real prizes, like $50 prizes. Like, look at that, real money. Not real money, but sort of real money. Real money at my shop. All right, let's keep moving. Sounds like fun? You got to enter it. You got to be in it to win it. But we won't do it till 4 o'clock, or 4:30 this afternoon. So there's plenty of time. Make your paper airplane, do your games, and enter the competition. And this afternoon, you're going to go in the competition to win a season pass of the Grow Fit Elevate program, which is our brand new program, turning all the everyone always asks, Mike, I want all your stories. I want all your songs. I want all your music. Well, now you can have them. Because it's the first time ever we've made a platform like Netflix, but better, because it has all of our stuff. And it's perfectly designed for educators to be implemented into their programming, using Schematic Play, giving them a program to follow, some guidelines, so that we can have a fun day. Anyway, I don't want to talk about that. I'm not here to sell. But if you do want to buy, today I'm having a 25% off sale. Of everything on the shop. But mostly the Grow Fit Elevate all year pass, you'll pay 3 terms instead of 4. I mean, that's a whopping $300 savings. But I'm not going to talk about that today. If you want to do that, Owner Educate. Now, I am going to give away one right now. If you have a hip hip hey hey on your ball, one lucky person is getting a season pass. Or it didn't work and someone's on someone's seat. It's quick, someone else's seat. It should be a red one. Didn't fall off in the bag, did it, Rain?
No, I definitely put it down.
Definitely put it down.
Someone does
Definitely put it down. It's definitely on a red ball with a blue and white hip hip hey hey sticker. Hey, winner! Come and see us at the end of the day. You've won a season pass, perfect for businesses, especially with the sequence changing, making sure that the privacy, that there are no personal phones. So this is perfect for personal devices. No worry about YouTube, no worry about subscriptions, and obviously we're going to elevate your educators. But again, I'm not here to talk about that, so let's stop talking about it and move on. We say, let them play. It unlocks their full potential. And we weren't the first people to say that. A few other people thought it was quite important, play was quite important. Maria Montessori said that the child is endowed with unknown powers, guides us to a radiant future. Get out of the way, she's saying, and let them play. Play is the answer to anything new. Anything new that comes about is through play, people fiddling and playing. And Vygotsky says a child always behaves beyond their average age. So they're copying their older brother, they're copying their mum and dad, they're seeing They're playing, they're replicating what they saw in the day. I even have children who sound American because they watch too much YouTube. Anyway, it's all development, they're learning, and that's what they're surrounding them. So hopefully we can tweak that better. But again, it's all about play. Malaguzzi said that learning and teaching shouldn't be on opposite banks and watching the river pass, but we need to instead embark together on a journey down the river. I like this visualization of us, going down and the play leading the teaching and the teaching working with the play. All things are possible. You don't need to be an expert. You just need to bring insight, patience, and care, and now add movement to your toolkit. So you don't have to have all the answers. You just have to engage, observe, and a gentle guidance enrich movements of discovery. When you move with your children, you model curiosity, connection, and confidence. You've got to get down and move with them. That's it. You've got to get down and move with them because you're modeling them. They copy you. Repetition builds mastery. Repeat, tweak, repeat. Each repetition sets a new, stronger layer pathway in the brain. Each small tweak adjusts, adapts, and grows in confidence and skill. Learning is a mixture of repeating something that you know how to do and stretching it and stretching your boundaries. Mastering comes through doing. I think of, for me, music was always how I learned. I was a guitar singer, ukulele, piano. When you learn how to do something, you start by going, I like this song. I'm going to play this song because I'm good at it. And then I'm going to try, I might try this little extra flick of the guitar. And that's, I'm not very good with that yet. Don't play that in public. Wait until, you're out and if everyone's a bit drunk, then you can play that part, But that's exactly the same thing as an adult. The kids are doing exactly the same thing in every part of life. In every part of life, we're just repeating, tweaking, and repeating again. Now, the other thing is simple setups win big. Open-ended, simple setups. One ball for everyone. A couple of ramps. Movement flows when the environment is well thought out and clear. Open and intentional. You don't need lots of variety all at once. I like variety, but I like it spread over the season. So we sort of focus on one different thing over the time, and the space invites the play, and then the play drives the learning. So, does that resonate? That makes sense? Yeah, I think that's, just simple big points just to start. That's how I like to get into things. I like taking my kids. I've got 3 kids. We take them to fish and chip shop on a Friday. Every second one, usually it's pizza one night, and then the following one is fish and chips. Anyway, the fish and chip shop that we go to is the best. And we'll go past 3 fish and chip shops just to go to that one fish and chip shop because it makes the best calamari, hands down, unless you go to the seafood market, but that's another story. The fish and chip shop is amazing because it is consistent every single time. They have a system, they have a process. But that is not what early childhood is like. You can have a system and a process and a plan, and then you walk in there, and in 2 minutes, less than that, the whole plan has changed. You need to be more like emergency ambulance workers, ready for any situation. So that's why, an early child educator, we need to come at the situation with a plan. If we plan, without a plan, we plan to fail. So at the same time, we are humans, so we get into ruts as well, or we have good days, we have bad days. We need to have a plan because without that, we don't have a structure, and so knowing that we can do that and we move forward with variety. So on that, having that variety, we're going to play a quick little game called Down and Up. You're going to get your ball, see if you can keep up. Now, is the speaker working? Are we playing it through this or this? Is that one? Just go down and up.
I've got it.
Cool. All right, you ready? I thought we could start on your head. Yeah. And we're just going to go down And then on the up part, we need to stand up. Yeah, yeah, I know, it's a bit hard. I know. Are you ready? Okay, I believe in you. Ready? Down. Up. Down. Up. Down. Up. Down. Up. Good balance. Down. Down. Gotcha. Stay down. And then go up. All right, let's see what you can do with your balls. Can we do a throw and catch in your cup? Let's go some cup catches. Whoa. A little cup catch for you. A little cup catch. Up and catch. Up, who lost their ball? Oh, there we go. Well done. Again, ready on your hand. Get them up, get them on. Down. Up. Down. Up. Yep, that'll do it. Down. Up. Down. And up. Very good. Thank you very much for participating. Sit back down, everyone. How's this going? Well done. Excellent. So, that song is also as part of the Grow Fit Online families and Grow Fit Online Elevate musical catalog. So, you know, just original. You won't find it on Spotify. There are 4 types of play. Understanding the different types of play helps us connect and extend movement. Okay, so we have physical play, social play, role play, and schema play. I'm sure there's other plays, but that's what we're going to focus on today. We're not even going to focus on the first 3. We'll talk about them quickly, but that's all. Physical play is essential for building coordination, strength, and confidence and control. It allows children to challenge their bodies, test boundaries, and learn how they move in the world. Climbing, balancing, jumping, running, spinning. Provide open spaces, uneven surfaces, offer opportunities for crawling, rolling, tumbling, and celebrate the movement attempts with encouraging language. I'm gonna say it once, I probably, be careful is like the biggest like stab in my, if someone says be careful to me around me, I go out of my way to try and, to do the opposite. And I'm almost 40, you know, so a toddler's gonna do the same or the opposite, or at least some of them are. What does it even mean? Be careful? What is careful of care? It's awful, it's terrible. Tell them what you're scared of. Hey, put your foot down properly. Look where you're landing. If you're worried, you're concerned. Anyway, that's all the physical.
I was one of the biggest culprits of this when I was an educator, because I was an educator for about 6 or 7 years. And all I could think of was incident report, incident report, incident report, incident report. It's like, that parent is going to really kill me for this on incident report. But then it led to me to constantly saying, oh, be careful, oh, don't do that, oh, be careful. And I took away so many opportunities for risky play due to it.
Yeah, look, I know that the parents don't like when their kids get hurt, obviously, and child safety, we have to be really careful, all that jazz. However, the benefits of like letting the child make their own risk and have that risk, anyway, we weren't supposed to talk about this today, so we're not going to go into too much. All right, social play involves playing with others, you know, alongside others, teaching cooperation, taking turns, leadership. Games with rules, setting boundaries, very important, but not all the play. You know, it's only a part of the play. So group games, movement circles, relays, follow the leader. So in my Grow Fit sessions, you know, we will have a portion of each of play throughout the 30 minutes of the class, and then scheduled in over the term, we have that each week. There's more focuses on different things as well. So it's just about giving the trainers or the educators a perspective on what to do on the day so that there's something to do and it's not just the same thing every single time, because people innately just go into the same thing and just follow the same routine over and over again. You know, they might try and do some things different, but if you don't have a system in place, it's very easy just to go and do the same thing every single week over and over again.
It is also quite a big misconception, particularly with educators who don't feel exactly comfortable with how they would be able to address sports activity because they just don't feel like that's one of their strengths. A lot of them feel, oh, I don't know how to develop an activity or an experience with games with rules, so I don't know how to do it. But as Mike was saying, not all sports movement activities have to be a social play with games of rules. Some can be just a lot following our schematic plays, which we'll be going into soon.
Yeah, absolutely. All right, so role play, which we do a lot of as well. We do these multi-sensory adventure stories. We've written the music, you know, the space adventure, fire adventure. Getting the children to pretend to be an animal or a superhero or an astronaut or follow the story, it supports social and emotional learning and body awareness and creativity. So I just get way more out of them. It's not about competitiveness then. It's about we're on this adventure together and we're running because we're blasting off the space. We're not running to be competitive with each other. Competitive is, again, really good part of sport, but it's a part of it. It doesn't have to be all of it, is what I'm saying. We can do other things that get gross motor development through different ways. All right, and then we have schema play. Okay, so that involves the schema theory is that the children repeats the pattern and movements and a behavior over and over again. Again, it's the same as learning a musical instrument or learning how to do a sport or learning how to drive a car. You just have to practice over and over again, and you do that thing over, and then you get better at it. Throwing, spinning, and carrying can be a child exploring how the world works through patterns. Like motions and gravity control. Observe what patterns the child is doing and repeating, and then offer resources and setups that match the pattern. So balls for trajectory, hoops for rotation, and label and reflect on the play, and then extend the learning. It just takes, so schema play strengthens the brain, connects and builds foundations and understands the future of learning. So it's the building the brain, the figuring out how the world works. Gravity it's all part of it. So, okay, so schemas are a window into the brain. The repetitive action equals deep learning. This is Frank at age 2 or 3 there. Building was his big thing. He's still into it. He's amazing at Minecraft. You should see the houses that he makes. That just blows me away. But it's the repetitive action. So we have trajectory, we have rotation, we have transporting, orientation, positioning, connecting, enveloping, or enveloping, transforming, and enclosing. I feel some of them are fairly similar, and they all sort of cross over. So, you know, the enclosing and the enveloping, but they are, and same with the positioning and the connecting, you can sort of push those two together. But yeah, if you plan your programming through the lens of a schema, as opposed to the old way of doing things where we'd be like, all right, sit down and we're all gonna throw into one basketball hoop and everyone has to wait in turn and then we're all gonna throw. Or you could set up a schema-based activity where we're looking at orientation, trajectory, and rotation. We've got the hoops hanging down from the roof with some masking tape, and the children we're creating an open-ended play, invitations to play that every child can engage in at their level. So not only are you making it for everyone inclusively can play at the same time, but now they're choosing to do it at their own level, giving them that agency to take on their own.
On this note, it is really fascinating when you do step back and start to watch the children in your centers initiating and participating in play. If you look at it through these schematic lenses, you can really start to pick out all these little moments that you never noticed year ago or so was even just simply the children picking up the basket of all the toys and stuff and just pouring it on the ground. It looks like they're just making a mess, and it's crushing for my soul because I have to clean it up in a second. But it is them looking at transformation and the effects of it hitting the ground and scattering. So that could then be introduced by you into another schematic play that's similar, where they can get that scratch that itch that they're.
We had this, we were doing a presentation at a center, and the educator was saying, oh, I've got this boy, all he wants to do is smash everyone's blocks. And I was like, and the other boys are crushed because they build all this work, and then this other one comes in and he's, all he wants to do is smash. And so he's like, so I've been like putting him in the other corner, and he's not allowed to go over there. And I was like, well, you had the good start. Put him over the corner and make a smash zone. Construction zone over here, smash zone over here. And they did that the next week, and it worked really well. And because it's like, what's the need of the child? What is that child needing to do? He needs to smash whatever is going on in his life right now. For him, smashing those blocks is just what is going to make him feel great. So, wow, let him. Who's it hurting? Obviously don't let him smash the kids' blocks because he's working very hard on that. That's the construction zone. Anyway, again.
Whoa, you did it!
Okay, so orientation, looking through a different angle or perspective, mirror, modified glass, hanging. This is my favorite thing to do at the moment, hanging masking tape. That's how we use tape in early childhood, no other ways. What did I say? Trajectory, exploring the ways objects move through space. Rolling, throwing, floating, dropping, flying. Anyway, it doesn't end with toddlers, is all I'm saying. It keeps going all the way through. All right, connecting, explaining ways things join and link together. Building, stacking, tying, adjusting. I had this little bub play with this net. It's a basketball pop-up net, but all she was doing for 20 minutes for like this bub, she was tiny. She's just putting on these cones on the thing and just threading them on over and over and over, and like just taking it on, putting it off, taking it on, putting it off. The educator at first freaked out. Oh, she's gonna stab herself in the eye. I was like, maybe. But she's been doing it for like 5 minutes, so she hasn't done it yet. So can we just like hang back and let her explore this thing, and then we'll set up, and yeah, there was no eye stabbing, so it was all good. Transporting is, again, like I love transporting, especially for little, like for your nursery room and for your toddler room. A simple, and transitioning, putting things into balancing on the head and moving it over there. How do you pack up? You make it part of a transition game that gets everyone involved, and you're not moving on until you finish. So, scooping, pouring, and moving from one side to the other. Enclosing, exploring ways things can be wrapped or hidden, including themselves. I didn't realize how much my children were into enclosing until I went over. I tagged like kids in boxes in my Safari, in like Google search or the photo search, and it was just like pages and pages of my kids just playing in boxes, and I was like, oh, they're enclosing, yeah, they're having that moment, and yeah, or the child that all they want to do is just hop into the sack and just hop in the sack, and that's great. Off you go, you sit there for the day. I don't mind. If you feel comfortable, that makes you feel good. Transforming. This is my daughter. She's going to be covered in tats by the time she's 18, I'm sure. She just loves fully covering herself up. But transforming my wife doesn't think that the buckets is transforming, but I really think it is, because it is one state of buckets, tower, to a completely different state, which is on the floor and destroyed. So I think it stands. Anyway, For gross motor and for engagement, there's, you know, having one team build the towers and the other team knock them down. It's a simple but effective gross motor game. So their positioning, obviously the same sort of thing, but even just balancing the balls on the cones and taking that to the next level. Balancing on top, stacking, lining up, making patterns, positioning. There's plenty of games you can come up with. Rotation is one of my favorites. I've saved it to last so I can show you what I do for rotation in our programmings. Exploring the way objects move through circles. So rolling, wheels, tires, hoops. I love a tire wheel target. You know, children on one side with balls in hands ready to fire, and a tire goes down and they've got to throw through the moving tire. Or give them a tire, or give them a hoop, and they've got to roll and chase after the hoop. Spinning tops.
You got me doing that one. The children being split into pairs. One spins the hoop, the other one has to try and throw the ball through the hoop. And then they just swap and they do a
I brought hoops. Well, failed. But anyway, good try.
If you can't do it, teach.
Yeah. So, rotation, lots of fun. Now, ZPD, we know ZPD. Yeah, obviously, it's pretty straightforward when you think about it. It's like what I can do on my own and what I can do with help. Yeah, I can do more, turns out. But in saying that, it's very important because it breaks it down in that simplest thing. Children learn best when they are just beyond their capable ability. Okay, so with support, they can do more than they can do alone. All right, and what this means for you is we model new movements, so modeling the movements, showing them how you would play the game. It may not go that way completely. They might go completely the opposite, but we model a new movement and then we try again next time. We scaffold their attempts. Let's try this together, and we celebrate their efforts, not their successes. Obviously, we celebrate the successes as well, but we celebrate their efforts. Let's say a child is watching a balancing rope. We've got the balancing dinosaur. They've got to balance along the rope. They might be hesitating. Simple ZPD would just be to offer a friendly hand, see if they want to hold your hand and walk along the rope together, giving them that confidence to take that next step. And hopefully the next time they'll be able to go on the rope all by themselves. So in that headspace of ZPD, this is how I would put movement in my day if I was an early childhood educator in a room this day and age. I would start my day with an acknowledgement of country, and it would be movement based. Okay, so it's as simple as, everyone knows the hands up, hands down. You know, we acknowledge the traditional owners of this ground. But I like to do a yoga one where we'll do different Australian landmarks as our yoga and breathe, warm up and acknowledgement of country. So we were doing the big tall gum trees, and we'll be doing the rain coming down into the rivers, and using the landscapes as my acknowledgement of country. Then we've got an educator-led block. Not everyone has companies like GrowFit coming into their services, but an educator-led gross motor experience is encouraged in the morning. Everything from an obstacle course, movement song, dance circle, skill that you've set up, an experience, user plan, schema-based activity, always good too. And then you might have a free explorative play block where the children freely explore different schemas. The educator observes the documents and plans responsive and follow-up activities. And then you might have a transition game in the middle of the day to pack everything away, where you're balancing everything on their head and putting them into the buckets. Then we might have a story afternoon where we'll take them on a superhero adventure and do our yoga moves, balancing over the city and go flying, and where it's an educator-led, again, gross motor story. Then we'll have a free play block in the afternoon where we'll either revisit the provocations from the morning or extend them, scaffold them, and moving them forward. You might have some high energy in the afternoon that needs to be burnt out. So a high energy follow the leader type game or music song, which we have plenty of even in the free GrowFit site. So then an afternoon stretch and then more provocations in the afternoon. All I'm saying is there's plenty of places to embed a routine of movement into the day. Everyone's routine's different, but without a plan, then it's not going to happen at all. So you have to plan with that intention that it's going to make a difference and that we're going to move forward and there's going to be benefit at the end. This is just an example of our Elevate Week 4 program. So rotation, so they've got the down up song, but we're doing it with hoops. And for the GrowFit Adventure, we've got the fire rescue and they're doing the hoop and they're rotating the hoops and they're driving around their fire adventure. For the gross motor game, it's a wagon wheel chase. So this is the wagon wheel, you've got to roll it down and the partner's got to catch the wagon wheel. And then we have a cool down and breathing activity, which is a bus driver breathing exercise. It's as simple as a big breath in and a big breath out. Big breath in and a big breath out as you turn your bus driver wheel. Super simple, no tape needed. Next is our free explorative play ideas, which would look something like this: a spinning garden, a hoop highway, or a rope spinner. Nice and high. Now rope, never leave rope alone, you know that. But rope up high where they're throwing and it's at a target is very exciting, and it can be taken down afterwards as well. You know?
I will say, like, just a nice long length of rope is such an amazing piece of equipment that is so versatile in so many ways. You can use it as a balancing activity, you can use it as an activity where they jump across, tie it to something, children could do tug of war with it, as Mike said, tie it across and it can be used as something to aim at. Obviously, it's definitely a resource that always needs supervision.
Yep.
It's such a great versatile piece of equipment that I would highly recommend. Even just like a nice long one from Bunnings.
Bunnings is the way to go.
Perfect.
Yep, 100%. All right, and then we have a featured equipment. So for our rotation and featured equipment, we've got the hula hoops. So there's a throwing and rolling game. There's a washing machine game. So you got to hold the hoop and you got to run around the washing machine. We've got our hand-to-eye baton rollers. So we've got the batons. You know, I love sticks. And you got to roll the stick along the hoop, you know, or get the hoop on here and roll it around. Woo! Anyway, gonna make a mess. I said I wouldn't break anything today. I said I'm not going to break anything. All right, I'm gonna put this stick away as well because that's just dangerous. I can see myself hitting myself.
That might be an outdoor activity.
Yeah, I know, right? I've already. Okay. 5 minutes. Okay. I want to play this game. We've got Schema Tower. Now you got your colors. All right, we've got a 2-minute challenge. You're going to work together in your teams. It's $50 sandbucks for each player on your team. We're going to build the biggest tower, and then you need to balance biggest tower of cones, and you need to balance the ball on top. You could do the easy way, you could do the medium way, or you could do the very hard way. Up to you. All right, 2 minutes on the clock. Let's get some music going. Find a place. Get started. Let's go. All right, you got to. That's the spicy. Ooh, I like it on the chair. Hey, it's even taller. Hey.
It's a risk taking.
Risk. Hey, it's a risk, but you know, you got to take the risk as it comes. You do go check that camera as long as. How you doing?
Good, thanks.
Oh my goodness.
I guess some extra coins.
Yeah, there's extra cones there if you need them. All right, I got 1 minute left. 1 minute. I need the red ball on top. You could do 2 piles if you wanted to and have a safe pile and a not so safe pile. That could be smart. So this way you need a safe one and a risky one.
What's after this?
This is the wrap up then.
Beauty. We can just say if they have any questions, hit
Yeah.
us up at the booth.
Yeah.
Yep.
All right, let's go. Three, two, one, boom! It's all gonna come crashing down. Oh my goodness! We just need. Oh, yeah, we got a winner over here. I feel like you're winning here. I feel like you've got to win.
I think we're just trying to do 2 piles.
Birds here with the front. All right, very good. Okay, you're going to keep your balls. They're yours. They're a gift from us to you. Paper aeroplane competition is on today. Please fill that out. Remember to model movements. Go back. Model movements, celebrate efforts, and scaffold their attempts. Now, Maria Montessori said that the greatest gift we can give children is the roots of responsibility and the wings of independence. She must have known that we had a paper aeroplane competition going on. So don't forget to nominate yourself in for the paper aeroplane competition. 25% off today only. And we've got balls and perfect Father's Day presents as well. They do make great Father's Day presents. And thank you very much, everyone. And remember, being fit is fun. Thank you very much. Have a great day.